Hi there, I'm in a different location today. As you can see, I'm at a little picnic table and got some greenery behind me. Mark is in a doctor's office in one of these buildings here, and I was walking around getting some steps in, and I thought, you know what, I can just film an intro here for my next video because it's a busy time of year. It's early November, things are getting a little bit busier with Christmas sales, not a lot though. I'm not convinced fourth quarter is going to be that great, but we'll see. I should be more optimistic, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I've got short sleeves on. As I said, it's gorgeous out here, and I'm getting some sun and enjoying the birds and the trees and all that. This is a what sold and how I packed it video. And as I was getting this video together, I thought, you know what, when we buy things, we often think about the resale value of it, but we have to also think about how we're going to pack and ship it. And sometimes I pick up the oddest items to resell, don't I? I really do. So I guess where I'm going with this is if you buy it and you list it and you sell it, you gotta pack it. And that's what we're going to do in this video. This is a what sold and how I packed it of accessories, clothing, and oddities. Yes, oddities. Sold a pair of Cole Haan's sandals, paid $3 for them at a garage sale. Accepted a fairly low offer, but we've had them for a while. They sold for $11 plus ship. It's time to pack the shoes. I'm happy it's going priority because I get to use a priority mailbox. I don't know if I can fit both shoes into one bag or not. Maybe I'll double bag it each direction, one each direction. Because I have plenty of room in the box, I'm not going to wrap them too tight. A half sheet of large bubble on each end. Let's do a test fit just by checking. Okay, looks pretty good. Trying to get the box closed up on one end. 2 air pillows. Going to put them inside on the bottom. Then the shoes. And then 2 more air pillows. I think, let's check it. Yeah, they're shifting too much. So I'm going to put 2 more air pillows. That is faster than cutting the box down. Feels good. I'll get it taped up and in the mail. Philmont belt buckle. 1970s Philmont Scout Ranch Bull and Brands belt buckle by Bowen Western Products. Sold on offer for $15 plus ship. Going to back it with cardboard. I think this will be okay in a small padded envelope without an air pillow. For the bracelet, I have a small plastic bag that I had it stored in. I'm just going to put it back in here. Add my thank you label, piece of scrap cardboard. I think I can get by with a medium envelope, medium padded envelope with an air pillow to the side. I always leave a little room at the top so they can insert scissors to cut the bag open. We found this watch at a garage sale. It's Elizabeth Taylor white diamonds. We paid $2 for it, and it sold on offer for $20.97. I wrapped it in some stretch wrap. I have a 5 by 5 by 5 box. I'm going to start with some small bubble wrap. Just going to make it. Might be hard to get out. but they'll get it out. I'll get it taped up and in the mail. One of our subscribers, Anne, purchased a pair of handmade earrings that I just made. I mean, I really just made them in the last week. I called them Pink on Pink. They're glass crystals, and they're about 7/8 inch long, and they sold for $4.95 plus ship. I'll get this in a padded envelope with an air pillow and in the mail. Thank you, Anne. Looking for some wire-rimmed glasses. Well, those are in a case. There they are. Here they are. Picked these up at the Highway 21 sale through Withville. Wire-rimmed glasses, paid $2 for them, and they sold on offer for $20 plus ship. Some small bubble wrap. A thank you label. And I did decide to box these. I have a small box that's about 8 by 4, 4.5. I'm going to put 2 air pillows in the bottom and then some large bubble. I thought about putting these in a padded envelope, but it is glass, and I don't know. My instinct tells me this time of year, meaning the busiest time of the year, it's November, to go ahead and box these. I'll get it taped up and in the mail. Sold a dress that's been listed for quite a while. Pineapple Moon, it's new with tag, silk dress. It's sold on offer for $15. Sold a Christmas sweater. The brand is Holiday Time from Walmart, paid $1 for it, and it's sold on offer for $14 plus ship. Sold a men's shirt. The brand is Foundry. It's a 2XL or XXL. I don't know, I paid a few dollars for it, I think at Goodwill, and it's sold on offer for $16.22 plus ship. Do you remember the church rummage sale where we picked up several pairs of shoes for $10 a pair? Well, these are size 13 Adidas Crazy Light Boost 2018 basketball sneakers. And as I said, we paid $10 and they sold on offer for $50 plus ship. I'm going to pack the shoes next, and I want to protect them from the weather. And many of you know I buy these bags at Walmart, not sponsored. They're twist tie bags. There's 100 per pack. And they show a photo of bagels on them. I had bagels this morning for breakfast. I use these often for storing items, for shipping items, for shoes. These shoes are too big for my bags. I need bigger bagel bags. I need bigger bagel bags. Oh my gosh, don't say that. Bigger bagel bags. And I'm wondering what box I'm going to put these in. These are really big. These are really long. I mean, goodness sakes, they're over 12 inches here. I mean, at first I thought a shoebox. A shoebox is, I think, maybe 14. These are 13 inches long. A shoebox is 14 inches long, but I don't think it's wide enough. I'm just going to do a little test fit here. Even if I turn them, if I put one in each end, can I get these to nest together? Well, I guess they make it. They're not completely covered though, and I can't put any bubble wrap around them. I can, however, add an extra bag so that they're completely covered. I've never shipped shoes this large. Regular tape, this stuff. And I really truly have to put these in here, one from each end. I'll slide that one through. And then this one has to go this way. Do you see what a tight fit this is? I can just barely close it. There's a risk that they could cut into the shoes when they're opening this. I need to put some cardboard at each end to prevent that from happening, to protect the shoes from getting cut. Make a little mark here. I'll use this to measure the second one. Put the cardboard in. Oh, uh-oh, there's movement. You know how I feel about that. Yep, you see that? Just caved in. Not good. Try a half sheet of bubble. You know what I might be able to do is do a half sheet on both ends. I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to temporarily close this again. Yeah, I could put some on this end too. And maybe a little more. Another half sheet. Is that going to stop moving now? Should have done the shake test before I closed it up. That's better. So there's protection on both ends. And I put some tape on the side seam. I don't know if you saw that. Okay, the shoes are good to go. Another jar of Meltonian shoe polish in brown sold, paid $2 for it, and it sold for $8.95 plus ship. Sold 2 cigar boxes, and it says Tampa, Florida. I used to live in Tampa, Florida, and I would go to Ybor City, and they had the old cigar factory there and some of the tools hanging on the wall for making cigars. And Das Gonzalez. This one opens on the end. To be honest, I didn't know if these would ever sell. I really wasn't sure. But eventually they did. Paid $2 for these 2 cigar boxes, and they sold on offer for $16 plus ship. It doesn't close all the way. I don't want to break the hinge, so I'm going to take a measurement of this and see what I'm going to do here. It's right just under 5 inches by 8 by 7. 10 by 10 by 8 box. I'm adding a piece of cardboard right here. I know it's not going to close all the way, but I just thought that might help keep the hinge from breaking if I actually make it stay open a little bit more. I am concerned about the wood should the box get wet, so I need to cover this with some plastic wrap or put it in a bag. I have a thank you bag. I would never use a thrift store bag, not a Goodwill bag or anything that looks like I thrifted this item. And I don't know if you know this, but if you're trying to get these bags separated, sometimes they separate easy, sometimes they don't. Get a hold of each side and pull out. Pull out. Do you see what's happening here? This is sticking up. This little point gives you a place to open the bag. This should help in case the box gets wet, heaven forbid. Two and two, set this down in. It's good. Sold the rest of the checkers that we bought, but they're from the 1920s. Crown is the pattern on it. I'll insert a photo. Bullseye. Bakelite is something I found when I researched it. I paid $2 for all, and they sold on offer for $16.50 plus ship. I have this little box, and I have a half sheet of large bubble wrap. I was either use this little box or stabilize it. Am I going to be able to get that shut down? Or, well, I guess my bubble wrap is a little bit bulky, but going to go with it. I'll put this in a padded envelope. Padded envelope with an air pillow. I never like large openings on the side because it could get caught in machinery. I think the checkers are good to go. We're halfway through the video and I want to ask you, what is the oddest shaped thing that you've ever bought to resell? Or should I ask, what is the item that you bought to resell that you regret buying to resell because you had to pack it? Leave a comment below and let everyone know what your oddity sale was. This sale is for a couple of photo frames. This one is a 5x7 triple, and it won't trifold. I don't know why it won't trifold, but and then this is a double hinged, and two of them sold on offer. First of all, I've got about $2 into them, and the two of them sold on offer for $25 plus ship. The very first thing I have to do is to take some of this painter's tape and tape the glass. It's not going to prevent it from breaking, but if it does break, it will sort of hold it intact. And I do bend under the ends, so it makes it a little bit easier for the buyer to get it off. And the painter's tape doesn't hurt anything, not a thing. So bending over the end, kind of estimating how much I need, tear it off, bend this under, and just crisscross it. Sometimes I go all the different directions, but I've got something else I'm going to add to it. So bend this under. Again, that just makes it easier for the buyer to pull this off versus trying to, peel it off the glass. Or just press it down. I know painter's tape isn't necessarily that cheap. It's not as cheap as my masking tape, but I don't want to put masking tape on here. That would be a real pain to have to clean that. I have some foam. I'm going to tear off a couple of sheets. It's perforated at 12 inches. I know it's too big, but I'm going to put it in between here, see if I can get this one to close up. Just pull it to the top. I really just want it the size of the frame itself, and I don't want it to bunch up. I'm going to go ahead with scissors, if I can find my scissors, and cut this excess off. It's not very straight, but that's okay. Served the purpose. Let's go ahead and wrap these two first. And I'm going to start with small bubble before I go to the larger bubble. And I think I'm going to go this direction. I will add large bubble, but first I'm going to finish the smaller frames. Same thing here, I'm going to add some painter's tape and fold it under and crisscross it. I've got 3 of these to do. I've shipped these type of frames before. I haven't had any break yet with this technique, so I hope I'm still good today doing this. So I have to say I normally have only shipped 1 frame, not 2 different sizes together. So even if you think people aren't buying these anymore, well, some people are buying these still. I've actually seen these absolutely free at garage sales. I've walked away from them. A couple years ago, I walked away from a whole bunch of free ones, and then I thought, well, looked them up, and they're selling okay. As you saw, we got $25 out of these 2. But it takes extra time, to pack and ship. You can get one side to fold in, but not both. I have no idea why, but that's the way it is. And you go ahead and put some foam on here. And cut some, maybe 2 layers of bubble. I'm trying to make it the same height. So it's just laying there, it's not taped on. Just by picking that up, I think I'm going to put some cardboard underneath. Can you believe it? That's going to work perfect. I love it when I have scraps that just work right out of the gate. Stabilize this with some cardboard. press the tape down. Just keep using up my scraps here and just put that in between. Cut off the excess. I could tape these together to make sure they don't shift. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. Large bubble. I'm going to start with three large 1/2 inch. Gotta watch. It's pushing 3 inches now, so I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to turn this and have these meet in the middle. Then check the height. I better go get my box and check on that. I have an eBay box that's 15 by 10 by 6. I think this will work, but I'm going to finish taping it. Now, as you know, the ends are open, but I have a couple of half sheets here, and I'm going to tape one to each end. Pulling it tight, and then a long piece. That feels good. That's pretty good. Test fit. And I know this box is deeper than what I need it, for sure. And yes, I could cut it down, but I'd rather add more packing material because it is glass. So let's see what I can do with some air pillows. 5. So 5 and 2. So I've got 3 sheets, large 1/2 inch, 2 sheets crossways. Let's fit this in. I'm gonna write on some air pillows. Thank you label. I can see that I can put more air pillows on each end. Sides I can't do a whole lot with, so I'm gonna tuck this down a little bit. Kind of roll it down a little bit. 3 air pillows. 2. I need to run some more. So right now I'm just using up some that I have already made, even though they're singles. I think that's pretty good. Let's see if I can get this closed. You know, the air pillows will give a little bit, the bubble wrap will give a little bit. So I don't mind putting a little pressure on it. Shake test, and it's good to go. I paid only $3 for this item that sold, and Mark did a great job of cleaning it up. It's actually 2 parts, and it's actually also missing 2 parts, I believe. But what we have here is a stainless steel Nicro vacuum siphon coffee pot, as shown. Paid $3 at an estate sale, and as I said, Mark cleaned it up really, really well. It really didn't look very good. I think he used a Barkeeper's Friend, and it sold on offer for $49.99 plus ship. That's a woohoo! I'm really not sure what size box to pack it in. I guess I'll just check the height here and see what I'm looking at. And it's over 6 inches, about 6.5 inches high. I don't want to ship it stacked, so let me see what I can do. I found a box already partially assembled in the garage. It's an eBay box, 10 by 12 by 8. I think this might work, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm wrapping each one in a sheet of packing paper. I don't know about you, but when I have supplies come in and they're shipped in a plastic bag, if the bag is fairly clean, I remove the label, give it a little shake, and I use it as filler packing material. Because these really aren't fragile, I just have to make sure they don't get bent, especially the handle, the Bakelite handle. Let me see if I can fit these in here with the handle up. I kind of like that. I have another one. I'm just going to give it a shake because it's been stored for a little bit, and I'm going to tuck this around. Turning this one inside out. I like using these because I can tuck them around, tuck them in all around the item, and they're quite lightweight compared to just putting packing material. I know some of you are probably cringing right now. It's like, oh, Vicki, you're sending plastic in the mail. Well, I receive plastic in the mail. I'm recycling. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's get a thank you label on here, on one of them. And then I think I'll finish with some air pillows here and there. And maybe a little bit of bubble wrap right on top of the handle. I have this little piece here. Let's give it a test shake. Actually, this could use a little more here. How about that? Shake test. Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. I'll get it taped up and in the mail. We had a Facebook Marketplace sale of 6 craft patterns, little doll patterns for $25 plus ship. I'm just backing the patterns with some cardboard, some small bubble, and using a padded envelope.
Good morning, everybody.
We are looking for a camera.
We're out here looking for a camera, and I think it's right here on the end. Okay, this is the Canon PowerShot A630. It's we got it at a estate sale, I think.
Yes.
Paid up for it, about $25, because we were originally thinking about using this for ourselves. We've changed our mind on that. And I tested it, it works, and I think we did put that in the title, and
yes.
I think that does help in selling the item when you can say it's been tested.
I think so too. It gives people confidence. Woohoo! Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have an eBay box that's 10 by 8 by 6. I'm going to start with 4 air pillows. My thank you label on it, and just nesting it in some bubble wrap. It's a little bit high. Just going to cut some of this off because it's a tight fit, and a piece of scrap cardboard in the middle so that when they cut it open, there's no chance they cut through to the camera box. It's good. I'll get it taped up and in the mail.
I found it.
Good. And what did you find?
This is a vintage Achilles 3-tier carousel rubber stamp holder.
What did you call this?
Achilles.
Like Achilles heel?
Like the Achilles heel, that's the same word.
Interesting. And what do you remember about it?
Well, I remember that I wasn't big on you buying it. I said, nobody's going to want to buy this thing.
Yeah, I remember that too, but I did look up comps,
But that's how it usually goes. I'm the eternal pessimist on these things, and you proved me wrong.
Yeah, we paid about $8 for it.
And how much did it sell for?
Well, I sent an offer last night of $49 and it sold. So not too bad. Woohoo! But I'm going to need your help because this is taller than our 12-inch box, and so we're going to have to take it apart a little bit. And I put in the listing that it would probably come in more than one part. So my box will go to 12, and you can see it's taller than 12. And sorry about the busy background, but that's just the way it is. So I don't want to take off any more than we have to, but you know what? I don't know if just taking that top part off is enough. Is 12 inches? Let me check this again. Yeah, I think just the top part should do it, and I can fit it in a 12-inch box.
Well, we have to see where it comes apart.
Hopefully just the top comes off. Gosh, it is so busy in the background. We might just make it. Don't take any more apart. I'll get the box. Let's try it. I think we can just get by with taking the top part off. And I put some painter's tape to keep the washers on. And I'm going to get the box assembled. As we said, we paid $8 for it, and we sold it on offer for $49. So I'm going to get the 12 by 12 by 12 box assembled and see how it fits. Let's do a test fit. Whoops. Goodness. I do have a lot of room to fill up in here, and this is when I wish I had some big plastic bags for filler, but I don't. I don't have that. So what I'm going to do, I am going to give it a little bit of bubble. And I'll do that both directions. This will help be filler too. And I really don't want this to get lost in anything. And I know that's way too much bubble wrap. And I'm going to write on here, put an orange sticker on it. Orange label, that should stand out. This says top, and I'm going to nestle it inside on the bottom. And I might go ahead and tuck this in. Hard for you to see me what I'm doing here, so I'll try this. Okay, so I've got a bundle here. You know, it should work. So it's got bubble wrap on the bottom. It's going to close okay, but I need filler. And as much as I don't like to use paper because paper adds weight, I'm still going to do it in this case. And I have a bunch of old scraps, so that's what I'm going to do, just fill this in with paper. And I think I can fit one square on top, and I'm not sure if I got my thank you label. I don't think I did, so I'll put that right here. See, about one square. I hope it hasn't gone. Oh, that's getting kind of high now. So I'll put a square of small bubble on top. Because it's packed in bubble wrap, I can put a little bit of pressure on it, and we'll find out what it weighs. How's this shipping? Ground Advantage. I have it out here on the big scale with a sample label, and I'm a little bit concerned because it's 3.2 pounds. I may have only estimated 3 pounds. That paper might have made me go over. It's going Ground Advantage, so we'll check the postage before I make any changes in it. I could always change out some of the paper for air pillows. I only estimated 3 pounds, and it comes to 3 pounds 8 ounces, you know, 3 pounds 2.7 on the scale downstairs. We collected $17.65 and it's costing $11.43, so we're good. If you like these kind of videos, we appreciate a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and check out my playlist for pack and ship videos and all our reselling videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue, and Mark and I will see you soon.